Okay, what we're doing today is I'll be looking to do some anatomy. I need to continue doing it. I've neglected it for a while and I'm not pretty much sure where to begin. I have a rough idea. I've watched a few little tutorials as well before I'm starting, just get a better understanding on how to do things. I used to work with like these little dolls. They're okay, it's very awkward. Very stiff. You can pick these off at Amazon for like 20 quid. They're not too bad, especially for like doing like the neck to me is off. So they're a good aid, but not what I wanted to do. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put an image on and I'm just going to work from the image and try and remember how to do this. And what I'll be doing if I'm struggling, I'll be looking at videos and over time anyway, not now, and trying to get better, I suppose. That's what this is all about. Okay, so obviously you're going to start with your head. Nothing too, try and keep it simple. And what I struggle with is I normally rush these things. I like to put down the gesture line as well. It doesn't have to be accurate, but it just helps you get helps me get all the rough angles in. Okay. What I don't want to do is just keep doing the same pose over and over again, so I need to start challenging myself. This ain't going to look accurate at all. I know that going in. That's why I'm doing it. So that won't be shading or anything. I don't need to do that. It's just the forms I need to get ready. Okay, well that went a lot quicker than I thought. So luckily, I picked an image without any hands. So that just adds another bloody layer of complexity for me. Okay, so what I do now is I normally just check. So, like, if you would drop like a line down, I should have already done this before, really. So there's a lot of things that I'm seeing not lining up properly. So this shoulder, this sticky out bit should line up with her booty. sure it's alright. So I've kind of got the rough idea of it now. I might just want to reinforce some lines, I think, and then I'll move on to a different one. If you know anyone that's really good at anatomy, it's simple for beginners, let us know. So I do need to learn how to do this more. Yeah, better, I suppose. A lot of it I find is just measuring. You gotta like measure over and over again and everything. Make sure it's it lines up with a lot of other things. No, I might as well do the hair as well. Just shade that in. Okay, I'm putting too much detail into it now. Okay, so yeah, that's the first go. It's not too bad. It's a bit of a mess. I need to work on more of the structure. So what I mean is this image right here is I need to figure out how to incorporate this more accurate, really. Okay, so that's that done. The areas it's gone better than I thought. Let's just put it that way. There's some areas that need work. I find just putting in some basic shadows kind of help. Yeah, where to go from here is just to do another one. Try and plan it out a bit more. I'm not going for neatness. It's not like a tutorial. This is just me practicing and putting it out there. So I'm not going to be too surgical. Okay. So again, start with the head, get that down, gesture, then the neck. Then try and get the torso correct. The torso, then the hips. Okay, and then where we go from there, I can start planning everything out. shoulders in. Rib cage. The crotch. What I like to do is negative space as well. So on the image, I'll draw what I mean. So what you want to do is match up this negative space. Look at this diamond, and then this one is a triangle, and that helps tremendously. Right, and then I want the hips in. Again, look at the negative space between the legs. And then just kind of get everything in. Basic hands. Not need to draw hands, just the figure. So this one's a lot more complicated than the previous one. Just get the head down a bit. There we go. Get the chest in. Roughly. Right, and then I can reinforce the lines. So there's the basics. It's messy, I know, but I'm not too bothered. And the same principle applies to faces really, which I need to use more, is just measure everything continuously. So a neck is a bit skinnier. Once you got your foundation, it's not the worst just to refine everything else basically. Now, I know it's not spot on in that. I know it wasn't going to be. Add some shadows just to help bring it out a bit more. Yeah, this one's a bit more challenging for me. But all in all, it's looking alright. Okay. So yeah, not a lot really. But yeah, this is the first, this week anyway, of practicing to draw anatomy. I might go more in depth, so I really need to learn like the overall shape of the rib cages, the head to rib cage ratio. So you have your head, you have however big your rib cage is, and however big your pelvis is. So I need to kind of do some more drawings of them, like where they line up, and also how the body like contorts or just moves. So head, chest thing. It's like, how would you do that? Because what I want to happen is to be able to draw from my head rather than from reference. And to do that, I need a better understanding how the body works. But yeah, so yeah, this is probably the first of many of these. I do need to do more. But it's a nice refresher. So if you have any tips or anything to help us out, much appreciated. And let me know if there's any really good YouTube people out there that do anatomy. I've searched on that, and it's basically near enough all the same really. A lot of them do the Loomis method, especially for heads, which is fine. But yeah, anyway, see you next time.